How we doing? Kicking off in the greenhouse. This time it's coming up to the end of January. This time last year I hadn't even thought about planting anything out into the ground. I'd done a video, I don't know, maybe before this, I can't remember if it was January or December, of planting some seeds, my Aqua Dulce beans, in the ground last year. And I don't think I saw them until early March in terms of sprouting. In fact, as I do often, I thought they'd failed, but that's not what happens in nature. But this year, because I started them off, they look like this. So I'm now doing my first plant out. The other bits and pieces of seeds and stuff that I've planted, aubergine, etc., are in the house. But bearing in mind I hadn't seen Aqua Dulce sprout out of the ground by this time last year, it'd be interesting to see what the harvest is like compared to last year, because it was really late, and I was itching to get them out of the ground and put other stuff in by the time I got a harvest. So hopefully I'll get an earlier harvest this year. That's the plan anyway. To get an earlier harvest, obviously I need to put them in the ground now, so let's get cracking on that. It's not looking great out there. I haven't got fertiliser because that's at the allotment, and I haven't got my regular fork because that's at the allotment, so we're just going to have to make do with what's lying around here. Key to a healthy soil is a few worms, and I'm sure the birds will come and grab those in a minute, but as I've been digging up, there's been so much of that, so I'm happy about the state of this. So what my problem is, when I get to this stage and I've got some nice crops that are ready to plant out, and I know there's guidelines in terms of it's just an old yellow courgette that I chucked in the ground. Look at the skin. How you plant stuff. So I'll tell you what they are. Yeah. About 30 centimetres apart, and then like a spade length between rows. But my problem is I've got a load of gear and I don't want to waste any. I've got a bed next door, but that is to put my tomatoes in, and as I was saying earlier, I was itching to get stuff in after these, so I don't want to put beans in there in case I have the same problem as last year. So I'm leaving that bed clear this year. So I'm gonna, as I say, follow the guidelines, 30 centimetres apart, shovel length between rows. But if I get to the end and I've got a load of kit left, I think I'll find somewhere to put it. So there we go. at that nice root system. You can't see from there, but I'll show you another one at the bottom. We just now I'll show you this one. You just have to be a bit careful when pulling them out so as not to detach the root system from the bean itself. But these have all got a nice little root system at the bottom. I want to get them in the ground now before they get too leggy, and I'm gonna not plant them any deeper than this first shoot off here, but I need them as deep as I can so that they don't get blown around too much by the wind. Right, so I've planted them the correct way, but unfortunately I've got a few left. So just for reference, when you're planting, you probably want them to look, because I think these ones have got a bit leggy, him especially. I think you probably want them to look a bit more like this when you actually put them in the ground. They'll be a bit more hardy, and it'll be able to withstand the weather a bit better than the others. So now that I've done that and showed you the right way to do it, you guys can get lost, and I'm going to try and squeeze those extras in somewhere. You didn't hear me say that.